Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tree of Woe. Now, this is our SummerSlam 2020 predictions video. And I'll do mine first, and then James's. Anyway, enjoy. Feel free to leave your predictions down in the comments. Now, first up, I've got Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel Garza. I can't see his name. For the Raw Tag Team Champions, I think it should be a pretty straightforward match, you know. Street Profits been doing good, haven't they? Been doing good with the belts. They're entertaining, and Andrade and Angel definitely deserve, you know, a run as the champions, because I think they do good, you know. Anyway, so I've got Street Profits to retain. These aren't in any order, okay? just from what Wikipedia says, okay? Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. My notes are down here, by the way. For the WWE Championship. Now, I can see both of them winning. I can see Randy walking away with the belt, and I can see Drew retaining. I mean, have you seen the Thunderdome? There's going to be kind of an audience style videos of people. And what I think's going to happen, I could be wrong. I think Drew's going to win. He's going to beat Randy, but I think it's going to be close. Like I think there's going to be a few false finishes where Randy hits an RKO or something. He gets 2 kicks out. I think it's going to be that close. And then I think Drew's going to get up and just, you know, kick him right in the face. I'm just trying to think. I don't see anybody interfering. I don't see any interference. I just think, you know, bang. Sorry about that. Bang, kick him in the face, pin, 1, 2, 3, and then a payback. I've got Randy winning a payback. So tonight, I've got Drew winning, retaining, going to payback, and Randy's just going to probably punt kick him at payback, and then that's an easy cover. Anyway, that's next time's. Apollo Crews versus MVP for the United States Championship. Now, his mates like Bobby Lashley and all that, they're banned from ringside. But I really do want MVP as champion. I mean, you know, he signed a multi-year contract. He's been doing good. Controversial, maybe? I think I've got a bold spot in my beard right there. Oh, I'm becoming KSI. Anyway, I've got MVP winning the championship. Simple fact is, he can get a lot of heat with the belt. I mean, imagine what he can do. You know, he tried unsuccessfully claim it last time, but I definitely think it's going to be an entertaining match. I think a normal person would say Apollo to win, but just a hunch I've got, you know. I've got MVP winning. Dominic Mysterio versus Seth Rollins in a street fight. Now, it's Dominic's first match, and as much as I would like to see him win, as much as my heart desires to see him get his first win in his very first match, I think Seth's going to win. And put your forks away, put your flamethrowers away. If you've been hearing like the news, Dominic's going to get a new like identity, because they've got the mask made for him. He's going to be called Prince Mysterio, because Rey means king in Spanish. I think Seth's going to beat him, and I think he's going to do some damage. I think in next time we see Dominic, that's when he kind of starts his transformation into Prince, or he could just fully become Prince, or hell, he could become Prince tonight, just walk out as Prince Mysterio. Who knows? But yeah, I've got Seth Rollins winning, as much as I don't want it to happen. I think that's what's going to happen. Set up for Prince Mysterio versus Seth at Payback. And then that's when Dominic will get his first win. That's what I think. And then the two matches that I honestly have had a brain aneurysm trying to figure out. Sasha Banks versus Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. And Bayley versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. One could win and one could lose. Or Asuka could come in and become 2 belts Asuka. But they've only recently did, we've got all the gold. They've only recently done that because they haven't had the belts that long. They haven't been, all the gold that long. I think it's going to go on for a bit more. So I think Sasha and Bayley are going to retain their belts, and Asuka is going to be just defeated. She's going to be down on her luck. It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen in the next few weeks on Raw and SmackDown with Asuka, because I do think she's going to lose both matches. I just think, Sasha and Bayley, they're going to go on for... I'd give it to... Honestly, I would like to see them two with all the belts for a good 4 or 5 months. Maybe drop them at WrestleMania. Maybe. That's just my opinion. Anyway, Braun Strowman versus The Fiend in a Falls Count Anywhere match for the Universal Championship. Now, if you remember my last predictions video, you'll know I basically predicted this match then. I've got The Fiend winning the Universal Championship because of how the ending of Braun versus Bray was at Extreme Rules. Definitely think The Fiend's winning. I mean, it's only in my head, it's the only logical thing I can see happening. It's going to be a good, 15-20 minute match. There's going to be great tactics from The Fiend, scare tactics, but Braun, he's going to try and maybe Alexa Bliss will get involved because I think Alexa will turn up but not do anything. Maybe just stand there and try and, I don't know. You see, I try to think like fantasy world, and sometimes that's not what happens. I don't know. Alexa may turn up, try and be like, Braun, come on, you've got to get your senses together. And then, I don't know, The Fiend could attack him, but I've got The Fiend winning. The Fiend, if I'm wrong, then you can give me a punishment, a chili pepper or something, but I think if The Fiend doesn't walk away as Universal Champion, they're doing their jobs wrong. And then, and last but not least, the one that I think, oh my god, what can happen with this one? Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. No DQ match, loser leaves WWE. Now, I don't want them to leave WWE either. But normally when they do, loser leaves WWE, they go off TV for a few months, in maybe 6 months, maybe a few months, come back as a new kind of gimmick. And I think that's what could happen, but with what's happened in Sonya in real life, and what I think will happen is, because you know about Sonya, she cut Mandy's hair and all that. Honestly, I still have no idea. I'm trying to picture in my head, but I can't see WWE without that feud. But what I think is going to happen is Sonya's been great in promos recently, but I think Sonya's losing. I think Mandy's going to get the pin. Maybe I'm a bit too infatuated with run-ins on her, because I'm thinking maybe Otis can come in and... Because it's no DQ, and if a man touches a woman in WWE, that's instant DQ. But it's no DQ. So what if Sonya's on the verge of winning, and maybe she gets a pair of scissors to cut Mandy's hair again, but Otis turns up, hits her with the Money in the Bank briefcase, and Mandy gets the pin. Could be completely wrong, or it could be so crazy. It's what's going to happen, because last time I said something was so crazy it couldn't happen. It happened with Bayley and Sasha becoming champions. Anyway, that's my predictions. Feel free to leave them yours. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, follow us. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Have a good day.
Okay, here we go. Here's my predictions for 2020's SummerSlam. Got a good card, should be some good matches on. So the WWE Championship match between Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. It's a tough one. I can see both men winning, both men walking out with the belt, but if I had to pick one, I'm going to go with Drew. I think Drew retains, pushes Orton over the edge a bit, and then they'll rematch at the Payback pay-per-view next week. So I think Drew retains with the rematch next week. Braun versus The Fiend is, I believe it's the last man standing match now. I think they changed it recently. But I think The Fiend is going to win, get back the Universal title. Hopefully, the story may continue, we shall see. Apollo Crews versus MVP for the US Championship. I think MVP's winning. Be nice to give him the belt back. He's done some good work since he's come back, and I think he should get the belt back, give the business a belt, give the stable something to do. So I think they should get that. Asuka versus Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Belt. It depends how you want to boot this, because two things you could have Bayley lose and Sasha retain, or Sasha retain and... or Bayley retain and Sasha lose. I think Bayley will win the match with Asuka, keep the belt. But I think Asuka will beat Banks, and then that'll be what builds up the feud between the two, and they can have the match at Payback, or further down the line, even Mania, something like that, or Rumble. For them, Seth versus Dominic in Dominic's first match. Not an eye for an eye match this time. I think Seth's going to win with help from Buddy Murphy. He'll attack Rick, keep him out, and I think Seth will win, but I think Dominic will do well for his first match. Be interesting to see. Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville in a loser leaves WWE match. I think it's got to be Sonya, really, hasn't it? I don't see them wanting to retire or lose Mandy, but Sonya's good. She's got some really good promos the past few weeks, so we should see her go as well, but I think Sonya's going to lose, unfortunately, but yeah, I think Sonya will lose, unfortunately. And that's it. So leave your comments, see who you think is going to win, and I will pass you over to Lee with his predictions, and we'll probably sort out a review video soon down the line. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, guys. Bye.